Hello guys, it's me again, and today I'm looking at a program called MindGenius. This is great for mind mapping, maybe you want to do task info, timelines. So you can use this actually to create any map you want. It's all about what inspiration you have to use the map. So let me give you a quick overview of the basics to get you up and running. When you started, this is what you get first, the welcome screen. Come to the right and you've got options to select what you want to do. So here we've got a new blank map, so you can create a new blank map in the middle and start working around that. Any recent templates you've got there will be shown. You've got font templates, so if I tap on it you can choose which kind of fonts you want to use as well. Click back again. You've got brainstorming, so maybe you want to do what is MindGenius. Click on it and it brings open a map for you. You can go through and it show you how you can use the mind mapping tool. So definitely click into this because it gets you started with videos, online resources, and even got support contacts. And I'm going to select the option here to come back out of there again. You've also got meetings if you want, or project plans. I'm going to start with a new blank map. Left click it. And now we're ready to go. Now on the left here, as you build up your map, you'll see it in linear format called Map Explorer. Really useful to work off your visual maps and your linear maps. At the bottom here, you can add notes. You can add information to your map as you build it. Now I'll go over a few bits as we're going along instead of just piling loads of information on you now, because you want to get straight into it and start doing a map. So I'm going to type something in now. I'm just going to pop in there research map. So there you go. I've got my fundamental idea. I'm going to left click tap off that. So now we're ready to create a map. So I need to create my first little symbol off of there. Now I can do it up here by selecting add branch. If I click the little arrow there, I could add a child or sibling or add parent once I get it going. If I hover over, it gives you shortcut keys. So add child, type and return, add sibling, enter, and add parent, shift control and insert. Definitely worth remembering them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm just going to do a left click and select add child. So now I need to add my next bit of information off of my research project. And that will do for a start, so I'm going to tap off of that. I'm going to click back on the middle one and create another little branch off of there. So I'm going to come to the top and select add branch this time. Not that it really matters, you choose how you want to create your symbols and branches. Very important when you're doing research, click off that. So we've got research map, main idea. My first sub idea is how to write effective research questions, and my second idea is how to use search terms and keywords effectively when finding information. I'm going to do one more, so I'm going to click on there again, and again I'm going to do a right click, and I'm going to add a child underneath. So paraphrasing, quoting and summarising the differences there. So what I could do with that actually, if I do a right click, now I could add a sibling or add a parent. So if I add a sibling, that will add one underneath. Click back on it if you don't want it. I could select the delete key or undo. If I click back on it, if I do a right click, I could add a child off of that. So I'm just breaking down that information. So then I could type in, I'll do a right click again, I'm going to select another child off of there. And last of all, again, right click, add child, summarising. And tap off that. Now I'm starting to build information. Now if I click on the first one, the visual mapper, that is what my mapping is all about as well. Come to the top and select format. I like to add a numbering scheme here, so you know which is your first, second, third and so on ideas as you build them. Some people like to use auto colour, so it will change the colour as you're going along from level to level. So that will be level 1, level 2 and so on. I'm going to untick that though. You can have a matte background if you want, change the colour, but I'm happy with the white background. Just remember, if you're going to print something out, don't do the background a different colour. I'm happy with my map layout, but I can change that if I want to as well. So I'm actually going to change that now to the main idea in the middle so we can work around in a clockwise. Again, we've got our formatting options there, but what I really want to do with research map is change the colour. So I'm going to click on solid fill, and I'm going to make that a blue colour to stand out. I can even come here and use connector line and change my connector line if I want to separate ideas. Now I can start adding information, links, everything. Because it's a research map, you might have to spend a certain amount of time with your project. I'm going to select how to write effective research questions. Now I'm going to come up the top here, and we've got an option that says tasks. Now as I've highlighted the first option, I'm going to select date, so I'm going to do Monday the 10th, and I'm going to finish that, let's say the 12th, 2 days. That's the due date, but I'm going to go end date, which I should say the 16th on a Sunday. But then you've got your due date as well, so say your due date's the 17th. Let's go down to the map. So you're going to start from the 10th and hopefully finish by the 16th to get your research questions down and how to write them. And its due date's on the 17th. Also come up to here. By that date you can choose actually I want 100% done, finished, so it'll be completed. Or you can select in progress, but I want that completed. But you can do that as you're going along. So say it's the first few days, you could put not started, you can't get motivated. But when you finish the task, put completed. You can put duration in if you want as well, and priority. Now priority might be, well, priority would be really high because that's the first thing you need to do. Now here it depends if you've got a project like a project where you need to pay employees or have some kind of financial or workforce as part of your project. You can have your cost and your quantity as well. And then you've got complete task and clear task. But as it's only a research map, that will do for that so far. So just a quick point on that, so look out for that, really useful. But I'm going to go back to home, and I'm now going to jump to paraphrasing, quote and summarising. So you need to explain the differences. So this is where research comes into play. So if I right click, remember, or if I come to the top this time, so add branch and add a child, I'm going to type in there websites. I'm going to click on that again, and you see how it's gone to 3.1.1. Right click, add another child offer there, and now I can do a bit of research online and add that link. So I'm going to open up Google. I'm going to type in paraphrasing. I'm going to select meaning. I'm going to come down to the Cambridge English Dictionary and close this window. So this is what I want to use. So I'm going to copy the link by Control C or right click and copy. Go back to my MindGenius and click on the link I created. So I can now call that Cambridge Dictionary. Tap on it. Now I can add the link, but what I need to do is I don't want to paste it now, it'll get messy. Come up to insert and select add hyperlink. I'm going to paste it down the bottom. Make sure you delete the address that's already there. And I can give it a description. Let's call it dictionary and click OK. You can see it's turned into a Google icon, so when I left click that, tap on it, it will bring it up for me. Also, there might be certain information that you're reading you might forget if you don't highlight it. So I'm going to hold the left button, just highlight that text, Control C, back to MindGenius again. Now with this highlighted still, come up and add a note, but that note's already open at the bottom. If I come straight down to the bottom, I can now Control V that text in there. And if you want down the bottom here, you've got a word cloud of different words you can use that's relevant to the information you put in there. You've also got categories, so you might want to separate categories with different colours and symbols. You've got built-in questions as well, which is really handy to read actually, they do point in the right direction. And you can even add a picture gallery there to add images. But I'm going back to the first option with the text that I've just pasted in there. Now come up to here, I've now got the link to the Cambridge Dictionary and I've also got the note that I added. So I've built up information on paraphrasing websites and my first source was Cambridge Dictionary. Now I'm going to go to quoting, right click, add child again. This time I'll do a book. Tap off it and again remember right click, add child, So I need to find a book, and I haven't got a book with me, so I'm going to go online and have a look quickly. Google Books, or there's Amazon. I'll go Google Books first. Select that. Quoting meaning, let's find a book. Not quite relevant, but I'll select quotes of great people about life. Left click it. So I now want to use information, so again, left click copy, and go back to MindGenius. I'll double tap into there. I'm going to call this Google Books. Tap off it. So I've got quoting, book, Google Books is a site that I'm assessing, and then if I right click, add child, I can then add the book in. Just going to have a look quickly again, which was, I'm going to copy that, not the fastest typer in the world, and pop that back into my MindGenius. So I'm now going to paste that in by double tapping Control V. And now I can add the link. So I'll go back to where I got it from. Control C, open up MindGenius, and remember, add hyperlink and copy over the link that's already there with Control V. And you can give it a name if you want. I'll just put books and select OK. And again, if you look here, I've built up a link and research information on quoting. So if you want to on quoting, I could then add another one, couldn't I? So add another child, and I could type in journals, for example. And again, right click and create a subcategory, and then I could put a journal in there. I haven't got any journals, so I'm just going to put PDF one as an example. Again, click on it. This time, it's not coming off the internet unless it's an online journal, but if you've got it on your computer, select add attachment, click the little icon to find a PDF. I should go to my desktop, and I should just use this standard PDF here. And it tries and grabs the description for you anyway. Click OK, and again you can see it's a PDF. So if I click that link, it will bring it up for you to assess quickly. So look how quick you've built up information. Don't forget, if you click back on paraphrasing, quoting and summarising, remember what I said earlier about going to task, and then you can say how long you want to spend on that topic. So if I go to my other topic here, which is due date the 17th, I could start this on a Wednesday, and I'm going to spend a few weeks doing that. The due date might be the 8th of the following month. And again, you can put here the percentages you need to get done, in progress, and add your relevant information. And you can see how it's added the information there in the middle. So far so good. But I want to go back to home. What about, for example, if you're working on your mind map? There's a lot going on there, so we need to break stuff down. See little minuses here. If you click on them, you can minimise the information to work with. Click plus to enable them again. So if you've got a big map going, it's really useful. But if you come up the top here, you can display levels quickly by choosing straight to root, main idea, and maybe you only want to see your first level, so you can break that down as well. But I'm going to show all levels. How about adding images? Not a problem. You can add external or internal. Let me show you. So I'm going to click on Research Map, go to Insert. Now we can browse for a picture you might have downloaded, or select Browse Gallery. Let's see if there's anything in here quickly I could use. Let's have a look in 3D styles. Not really, so what I'm going to do is go externally. So I'm going to open up Google, and I'm going to go to Google Images. I'm going to type in there, just researching. Let's grab myself an image, have a quick scroll down, and that will do. So I'm going to right click that, and I'm going to copy it. Again, back to MindGenius, and I'm going to right click on Research Map and paste. And there's my image. You can download it and save it in your pictures, and then you could come up to browse for pictures and add it then. Also, if I click on the actual branch here, I've got an option that says size. So you can make that larger if you want, or even remove it. or even you can position it where you want within that branch. So you've got flexibility. Back to home. Now another option is organising your information. You might look at that and go, actually, if I hold the left button, I want paraphrasing, quoting and summarising as my first ideas. So I can drag that round and you can see how it changes numbering. So you can always keep your structure. But I'm going to drag that back to where it originally was. What about if two options on there? What about if two topics are similar and you want to kind of interconnect them? Not a problem. Come up to insert. So if I click on it, hold the left button and drag where we want to connect it to. And that will drag. And if I hold the left button, I can then move that into the position I want. And then I could say what that mental connection is. Double tap. And tap off that. And remember, if you click on it and come to format, you can make that stand out if you want by adding colours there. So I'm going to make that orange colour to stand out a bit. And you can even change the shape if you want as well, so it stands out a bit more. So you've taken research map, you've added information, you've added links to websites and files, you've added notes. Now I said about the linear view map, so if I click plus, here you can see you've built up all your ideas in a linear format. If I click on them like this, you can see me open up all the options and the links in there you can access. So it just keeps you focused if you're going to export it to a linear format. How do we export this? Come to the top and select share. I've got a number of options. You might want to email it, maybe compress the package and take it with you somewhere, or you might want to upload it to MindGenius's online cloud. But you've got Word, PowerPoint, Excel and even Project. You can send it as an image. You've got multiple options to send it as an image as well, including PNG, maybe a PDF, or for the website, which is HTML. You've got your cloud options, so Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, which are the standard ones. But also you can send it to Twitter and Facebook. So you've got loads of options to export this. Export this to Word. Click a little arrow underneath and select Options first. So you can set up how you want it to export. So I'm going to have launch Microsoft Word on completion. That's what I want. Insert an image. That's fine. Put image on its own. I want to insert the image. And then you've got an option that says Include Options. So I could export the entire map or export current view and expand branches. But if I scroll down, you can choose what you don't want exported, because you might go, do you know, I don't want my notes exported, or I don't want the image exported. But I'm going to leave everything and select OK, and now select Word. Choose where you're going to save it to. I'll leave it as research map. Select save, and it should open up automatically for us and maximize the window. So there we've got a map on research, all my information underneath broken down. And remember when I added the information on due date and tasks, that's all there for me as well. I've got mental connections where I added the paraphrasing research question. And to the right here, I've got all my links for my research. Now I'm going to close that and click OK. If you're doing a presentation, and again you can send it to PowerPoint, which is really powerful as well. Just before I finish, I just want to go over everything with you quickly. So at least if you want to use the software quickly, you can do now. But I want to show you all the bits that it can do for later on. So I'm going to click on the middle option. All this is quite self-explanatory, but you remember you can change your map layouts. And if you click more layouts here, you can choose, for example, I want my map from right to left. So you can choose how you want your map to look. All the rest in there is self-explanatory with your fonts and that. Go to format. You can choose map styles, so you can choose a specific colour you want to use. So I might want to work with purple as well, and you can edit map style there to choose exactly how you want your maps to look. So branch shapes, you can choose specifically a template and how you want your branch shapes to be. You might want more of a diamond effect. And even your style assignment here, from each level you can choose a style. So for example, level 3, so you can choose level 2, double tap, and level 3, and you can have all those shapes and branches you want on those levels. Or if I scroll down, you might want just a floating picture there on level 1. I'm going to click OK, and you see how that's changed the map completely. But I'm going to come up and undo. Connector types, you might want more of a curved connection, see these in between, or you might prefer arc. And again, you've got your fonts there, shapes and fill colours and that. With your views, you've got resources, so have a click on that. It gives you a complete overview of your map, which is really powerful, I think, because it breaks it down into sections, from my research map from the beginning, how to write an effective research question, all the way down, so you can work out, not just from a visual map, but a complete overview of your map and how it's going. Tap off it will bring you back to your map. Also, analyze. Again, you've got some great little icons here you can add to it, so I'll click on paraphrasing, and I might want a little tick that I'll finish that. Then we go to tasks, which I showed you earlier, and the share option, and last but not least, tools. So you've got your spell check here. You might have the word count that you have to keep to as well, and click OK. Another quick option here will be online resources. Click on that. It also helps you get up and running on using MindGenius. So there you go. There's a few bits to get you up and running. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.